When you're ready.
We're ready.
We're good.
All right. First of all, I'm just real proud of our team. That was a hard fought win. Give them credit. They're a quality team. They had their backs against the wall. They had an off week. We got their best. Offensively, that quarterback is really efficient. He's really good with some receivers. I think they had a good plan. Our defense had the turnovers. That was big, the 2 turnovers. I think we had 3 red zone stops. That was huge right there. And then, of course, our offense, I think Mikey played very well. He's very efficient. We were able to run the football when they were, playing 2 safeties back, and then we hurt them with some passes when they went single high or even zero. So I thought overall it was a really good performance, hard-fought performance, and a quality win on the road.
You talk more about the offensive efficiency in the fourth quarter when Mikey had to make some plays, and especially on those 2 touchdowns to Kobe and Javon in the corner.
Yeah, no doubt. To take away that first drive, I called a bad play and got us behind the chains right there. But I thought second half, I think we did a good job when we were able to run the ball downhill and, like you just said, got some one-on-one situations. And he threw the ball really, really well, and our guys made plays.
Was Plumlee just not ready to play this week?
Yeah, so he was available, but he didn't get to practice until late in the week, and just felt real strong that we need to go with Mikey and give him a little more time right there, just kind of that gut instinct right there. But he was cleared, but he didn't get a whole lot of practice reps, and so Mikey stepped in and he handled himself like a champ, like we thought he would.
How did Mikey build upon what he did last week against Cincinnati?
Yeah, I think he's got good control of the offense. I think he understands situations, he understands his personnel, and I think he did a really good job today.
Think about R.J. Harvey, what he was able to do running the ball, 151 yards, made some plays.
Yeah, he's starting to come on, and you see that, and he's got really good lateral quickness. He bounced a couple out. He hit the big one up the gut on the split zone. He's starting to become a complete back. Bowser really leaned on him late. You saw him going downhill at the end. That was really neat. And the play of the game I felt like was the third 9 or 10, the screen to Holler. We've been kind of saving it. And really, we thought they'd go a cover 2 type deal. They brought a lot of people, played man, and Mikey waited. Alec made a guy miss, and then of course he did the somersault to win the game. I think that was really the play of the game. You give him the ball back there, it gets pretty interesting. I think there was about 3 minutes, if I remember right, on the clock. I thought they would onside kick. They chose to kick it deep. And then we're able to put the game away, and that's what quality offenses do on the road, man. They find a way to put the game away, so I'm real proud of our guys.
I heard Terry call it the holler hop after that. What do you think about that name for it?
You know what? That makes a lot of sense to me. I think that's exactly what it was. They'll be talking about that for a while.
What did you like about what Kobe Hudson did today?
Yeah, Kobe's a guy that's starting to come on to his own. He's a real receiver. And he's starting to play at a real high level. And he did that today. The double move was a classic move, down there for a touchdown. And, he played pretty well without the ball, too.
You've talked about how important it is to win on the road in a conference, to win your conference championship, or be in contention for that. How important was this win? How big was this win? At this point in the season, that road.
Boy, I'll say this. Of course, you just walking off the field, but it was one of the biggest. And I think y'all know that just by watching it, And you get late in the season, and it's hard to win, and if you find a way to win, and maybe, I'm not saying we played our best, but we found a way to win. And I think that's very, very important, because in college football there's more parity than ever before. And when you find a way to win when you don't play your best, that's a sign of a pretty good team.
What can you tell us? What was the intent right before halftime with the lining up for the field goal? Can you tell us what happened there?
The intent was we were going to try to jump off sides, and we were going to take a 5-yard delay, and we were going to punt it. And he snapped the ball. So that blew my mind, and you talk about pushing the panic button when that thing was snapped, like, oh, crud. And I think Boomer, he's about the only one who can make a tackle, and he made a tackle, thank goodness, and they missed a field goal. But, yeah, that's a first for me. That aged me. That one really aged me.
You tried to reduce mistakes, but you had some penalties, and they creep back up again.
Yeah, defensively, we got to correct our mistakes. I don't know how many penalties we had, but pass interference, and some of them were like obvious. We got to do better in that area.
But you got a couple of turnovers, a couple of interceptions.
Yeah, that was good, and we've been talking about it. Much as they're going to throw the ball, we figured we'd have some opportunities to do that. Newt had the big one right there. towards the end right there. But, they're a quality offense. They had a good plan. I don't know how many times both teams punted, but, it wasn't very many.
I know it's right after the game, but it looked like there was 3 key defensive guys had to go out between Jeremiah, Devad, and Quadric. Do you have any quick update on their status?
No, I don't. I just saw them in the locker room, and, I don't know the status right now. Obviously we're a little banged up. That's part of it, this time of year, and we'll get home and we'll assess it and try to get healed up. Obviously, we have a big one next week.
Just talk about that when you got to go on the road again. You learned something about your team today, but then it's going to be another tough environment next week at Tulane against one of the best teams in the conference.
Yeah. We've seen them on film, and they're real impressive. And what are they, top 20? I'm sure they won today, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So they're playing at home. That place is going to be rocking. We better bring our lunch.
Has Mikey shown you enough now to remain starter?
We'll talk about that as a staff afterwards. We're just happy we won. And I think y'all know we got 2 quality quarterbacks, and that's something that probably very few teams in the country that can say, right now. But there's not going to be any controversy, I'll tell you that.
How was John Rice helpful today, just on the sidelines?
Because he's a winner. He's a winner, and he's trying to help, everybody, and he's a competitor. He wanted to play. But he's a team guy, and he really helped with positive energy, encouraging, and even situational things, just like Mikey's been doing with me. Hey, coach, hey, this, that, and they know the game plan inside and out. So, both of them do a super job.
Was there a particular play that Mikey made that stands out from today's game?
That last one I thought was pretty good. That was for the game. For the game, and it's a screen, and man, they didn't give the cover 2. They've been playing cover 2 the whole time, 3rd down to 7 to 10. And they did some man blitz. He waited, boom, and he threw it. Then Alec made a guy miss, and it was a thing of beauty. Now it was a play that you either win, you can win the game with. And when he made that play, that was game over.
What did you think of the play of your offensive line that you talked about the rushing game and the balance?
Yeah, I thought they did good. And I thought we protected Mikey pretty good. For the most part, that 22 is a handful. They do a lot of bear twists, and they puts our guys on an island. I think our offensive line did outstanding today.
Appreciate it.
Thank
you,
you,
Coach.
guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.